You know what blows my mind? Just 5 years ago, running powerful AI locally was a pipe dream that required supercomputers, but today I can run a ChatGPT level model on my laptop while completely offline.
That's such a fascinating shift in how we think about AI deployment. What's driving this sudden change?
Well, it comes down to two major innovations, Ollama and OpenWebUI, that have completely transformed how businesses can use AI while keeping their sensitive data secure. The benchmarks are incredible. We're seeing 92% of the performance of specialized implementations with 70% less setup complexity.
Hmm, that must be particularly appealing for industries handling sensitive information. Healthcare, finance.
Exactly right. And here's what's really interesting. These organizations are reporting up to 80% cost savings compared to cloud-based AI services while maintaining complete control over their data. No more worrying about third-party servers or data breaches.
So, what kind of hardware are we actually talking about to run something like this?
That's where it gets really interesting. You can actually start with a pretty basic setup. For the smaller 3 to 7B parameter models, which handle most business tasks just fine, you only need 16 gigabytes of RAM and a decent processor. Though, and this is crucial, if you want to run the big 30B plus models, you're looking at some serious hardware requirements.
Well, that's much more accessible than I would have thought. You know what this reminds me of? The early days of cloud computing, but in reverse.
That's such a great parallel. And just like with cloud computing, we're seeing this fascinating evolution in how organizations approach it. Some companies are starting with small, department specific implementations and then scaling up as they see the benefits.
Speaking of benefits, what kind of real world applications are you seeing?
Let me share something fascinating. There's a manufacturing company that reduced their documentation time by 65% using locally hosted AI for quality control reports. And get this, they're processing everything in real time because there's no network latency to external servers.
That's remarkable. Though I imagine there must be some challenges in maintaining these systems.
Well, here's the thing. While you do need to handle updates and monitoring, the total cost of ownership is often lower than cloud solutions. Plus, you have complete control over when and how to update your models, which is crucial for maintaining consistent performance.
How do organizations typically start implementing something like this?
You know what's clever about the current approach? Most organizations start with Docker containers. It's literally a few commands to get everything running. The setup process has been streamlined so much that what used to take weeks can now be done in hours.
That level of simplification must be driving adoption rates through the roof.
Absolutely right. And here's what's particularly interesting about the adoption patterns. We're seeing this huge uptick in regulated industries. They're finding that having their own AI infrastructure actually makes compliance easier because they can prove exactly how their data is being handled.
Looking ahead, where do you see this technology going?
Well, the trajectory is fascinating. As hardware becomes more powerful and these models become more efficient, we're likely to see even more capabilities become available locally. Some experts are predicting that within 2 years, we'll be able to run models that match or exceed the capabilities of current cloud based services.
That's quite a prediction. Any final thoughts for organizations considering this approach?
Here's what I think is crucial to understand. This isn't just about cost savings or privacy, it's about building long term AI capabilities within your organization. Start small, maybe with basic document processing or customer service automation, and grow from there. The important thing is to begin developing that expertise now, because this is clearly where the industry is heading.
That's such a valuable perspective for organizations to consider as they plan their AI strategy.
Indeed, and you know what's really exciting? We're just at the beginning of this transformation. The tools are getting better, the models are getting more efficient, and the possibilities are expanding every day. It's like watching the early days of the internet all over again, but this time with AI.